Whoa! Jeff and Jeremy in the morning.
How pathetic can some people be?
I found out recently I grind my teeth, and they say that's why. Because all day long we have to be nice to people all the time. To be nice to everybody all day long. Picture it. When I worked in an office, there was a woman in my office who was so perky. My ass would twitch when she would come up the elevator. You know the type, like shows up early. She always got a load of something she just whipped up. Makes it seem like it's no big deal. This woman would walk in the door like a Broadway show. She'd be like, "Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning." She's got a candy jar in her office. Always had like freshly baked muffins. She's got mitts on because they're hot and fresh. Rode the tea with the hot, fresh muffins. Announces it to the office. Yeah, like it's no big deal. "Okay, you guys, I got up at 4:30. I jogged 7 miles. I knitted a sweater, and I made these muffins." I want to staple the muffin horse head. I'm always hiding in my office. She would come find me. She'd be like, "Hey, you. How are you this morning? Are you tired this morning? You look so tired this morning. My God. Oh my God, you look horrible." "Are you working hard or hardly working?" "I'm still drunk, so get out of here."
Dumbass of the day. 93.3 KZOZ.
I just feel so bad. Like, do you think everything, like, we talk about old people's names, like Gladys and Eunice and
Beulah and Mabel.
Yeah, Beulah and Mabel, and how they never made a comeback and why they never made a comeback. Karen has to be that name. Like, nobody is naming their kid Karen in 2020. Nobody's naming their kid Karen in 2021. When will Karen make a comeback? This is terrible. The other day we were having a discussion. We have a name for my wife's car, which we've had for a shorter period of time than the minivan. And I said, "How come we've never named the minivan?" What was the first name that came to mind? "Oh, that's Karen." Minivan is Karen. That's
Why?
Karen Mobile. Karens drive minivans, which is not, it's a horrible thing to say if you're looking to sell minivans. I'm sorry. I apologize. But
people love minivans.
Truth be known, Ford dropped the minivan.
I would say
so
called the
overflowing.
grocery getter or the soccer practice.
Well, no, but you
shuttle,
give it a name,
the
like
shuttle.
a tangible name, like a name.
That's weird.
A person's name.
I don't name
Like,
my cars.
I'm not going to tell you why, but when we had the Subaru, its name was Rosie. I don't want to be insensitive, but there was a reason why we called the Subaru the Rosie.
Well, now my mind is going to the creepiest place.
I'll tell you off the air. I feel bad. The name
I
Karen,
think it's weird that you name your cars, though. I don't know. I know some people do that, but
yeah, we give every car a name. The Volkswagen's name was Fräulein because it's some German reference to The Sound of Music because it was a Volkswagen.
what would you name my truck?
Buck or something like that. Brock.
Not Brock.
Brock.
God, Brock Heward's been on the Seahawks broadcast, and Brock Heward went to a competing rival high school that I had to play, and he was way better.
Jeremy, nobody knows who Brock
Well, he's a freaking broadcaster in the Fox Broadcasting family.
In the Northwest. I mean,
I have to see this guy, and he's a Husky. Anyway,
so in the dating world, the dating app Wingman, users named Karen reportedly received nearly 33 fewer matches this year than last year.
Yeah.
What do you do if your name is Karen?
well, you change your name. You're Carrie now. You drop the N.
I'm Car.
Or I'm Car.
Car.
I'm Kari. Ooh, Kari. How do you spell that?
Karen.
Well, it's pretty much Karen, but you drop the N. Kari. What are you, French? No.
I just feel terrible that our society, in this accepting era that we're supposed to be in, where you take everybody at face value for who they are, not the color of their skin,
Well, listen.
or the color of their hair,
I know.
or their nationality, or the language they speak.
No, we just
are
judge
now
people
down
instantly.
to judging people on their name.
Yeah.
Karen. Sorry, I can't date you. You're Karen. You could be the hottest Karen that walks the face of the earth.
But Karen,
the most caring Karen in the world, and people are still going to have thrown up this wall based on your name.
think about it. Yesterday, Barbara called us.
Yeah, I know.
She sounded young. I said, you got a way old lady name. But they did that with Barbara, right? Barbara's also Barbie.
Babs?
Barbs?
Barb?
So Karen can be Kari.
I feel terrible, and we're all guilty of this because we all laugh at the Karen name and the Karen stereotype.
Don't be a Karen.
And we think it is super duper funny to poke fun at people whose names with Karen, and we have now led to a 33% decline in app-based dating searches for Karens. I just feel bad.
Here's the thing. Here's the advice. If you're single, start looking for Karens. They're not getting a lot of swipe left or right or whatever it is.
There you go. That's a good lane.
You probably land yourself somebody who's probably a little out of your league just because her name is Karen.
If you are looking to come in and swoop in on the market, right now, Karen is the one to get. Congratulations, society. This conversation is Jeff and Jeremy's
Dumbass of the Day. 93.3 KZOZ.
Don't be a dummy when it comes to your landscape supplies. Go to Peterson U-Cart on Augusta Road, just north of Quickie Car Wash in Atascadero.
We love U-Cart. You save.
You've seen the picture of Phil Collins and his wife standing next to each other at like some kind of a charity event. They have a Little Dreams Foundation. That's a foundation that is the both of theirs, in which is a charity that they started. And there's a picture of them standing in front of that wall that's got all the logos on it. It's got the logos for all their sponsors for their foundation. And I swear, Phil Collins looks as if though he is a mock-up of a drawing of one of the characters on, like, if Trey and Matt were to draw up Phil Collins, it would be like that in that picture. I mean, he does not look like a guy that should be on tour with anybody, okay? Yet it's his ex-wife that is saying she's got a spinal condition. That's why she can't leave the house.
I saw that. Where did I see that? I saw that somewhere.
Strangest thing.
Now she's not leaving. She said the reason she got a divorce is because he stunk and never took showers and brushed his teeth. And he
sunk into alcoholism and drug addiction during their marriage.
She's such a bitch.
That's what she told the courts. And she cannot leave because she has a spinal condition, which makes it hard for her to move. So she cannot move from the house.
Phil Collins has got a lot of money. He can hire somebody to bring a damn ambulance in there and cart her ass off.
It's so funny.
Such a bitch.
The difference 20 years can make on, like these two, like, were photographed recently. And like I said, he looks like a character from South Park and she looks like, some kind of, Miami socialite that's gone crazy. But 20 years ago is when they got married, and they look like a happy, young, vibrant couple. This is what marriage does to you.
Oh, my God. You're right. He looks like a human skeleton.
He does.
Oh, he's gone through a lot.
No, I know. He's got conditions himself. And, like, he should say, listen.
But she doesn't look that good either.
Did she just take the back problems that he had, and she's like, I'm going to use them as my own? She Jeremy West that situation.
Damn, look at her back in the day. Doing. Did you see the picture of her?
I know.
That's
20 years ago. That's only 20 years ago. It's not that long ago. She looked great.
Yeah, I think they both look really bad.
He looked great. They looked
That's
terrible.
What a toxic, yeah, you said, but that's what a toxic relationship does to you.
Marriage does to you.
Not marriage, come on. Just staying in a bad marriage.
Yes, a bad marriage.
You know, it's funny because I was listening to a lot of stuff on the radio coming back, because I had 6.5 hour drive. And this guy was on this podcast, and I don't remember the podcast, but he was talking about staying in a bad marriage. He goes, Scott, I should have got out of this thing 10 years ago. Now I'm bald, I'm fat, nobody wants anything to do with me, and I kept trying to make things work, and then she ended up cheating on me and stealing, now we're divorcing, she's taking all my money, and I'm just this, ugly, bald, fat guy.
Yeah, and I'm walking around with a cane, and I didn't know Phil Collins did a podcast. I'm walking around with a cane, and I'm trying to get the band back together.
I saw something that said that if you are bald, guys, don't try to do the comb over. Women are not into the comb over. A girl on a Facebook group I'm in, he's like, dude, what is it that I need to do to make, to meet women? I go, well, you need to make some money, bro, because that's what it takes.
What Facebook group are you in?
Oh, it's just.
Is it the poor? Is it the Lost Souls of Middle Age? Is that the name of the Facebook group?
There's a bunch of people, all ages on it.
Well, I'm trying to get a date.
It's a private group called Dirty Jokes, and most of it's really dirty and offensive.
I wonder why these guys are having troubles finding dates.
It's like, what is the key to actually meeting somebody?
You're not meeting them
I'm
in
not
this
having
Dirty
any luck. I'm like,
Jokes
well, you
room
need to be
on
rich.
Facebook, okay?
You need to be rich, and then you can meet anybody you want. But in the means, so Larry David has some moxie because he's got that Clarabelle the Clown thing going on, with the hair on the sides, but the bald on the top. Just go all the way. Go bald all the way. Like that picture. When you put my face on Larry David's head, I was thinking, God, the hair looks bad on the side. But if that was cleanly shaven, bick that son of a bitch.
Remember, Johan?
Bick it.
In college, we knew this guy. He lost a bet, and his bet was he had a nice head of hair. His bet was he had to get the Costanza cut. He lost the bet. He had to go bald with full head of hair around the sides and then bald on top. This is like a 24-year-old guy that was in great shape, and he ended up having to get this haircut. It was the worst thing ever. And
Subscribe to the Jeff and Jeremy podcast now on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google, and YouTube. It's your Central Coast commute-friendly podcast.